Hi everyone, local average human chimkin here. In JTO, what was that? I'm sorry, but we're here in JTO for this video, and if I can actually zoom in, we are doing a guide on Tower of Extreme Dystopia, which is the easiest remorseless in Zone 1. You have to head over here. So this tower is very short, but it's also quite punishing in some cases. I'll show you that punishing part when we get there. This was actually my first remorseless, so that's why I chose this tower, because it was my first remorseless. I recommend you do this as one of your first remorselesses. There, I said it right. But anyways, let's get to it. Starting off, you want to jump down over here and go do these jumps and push this X pressure all the way at its max length. Jump over here, jump over there. Treat this jump like a long jump, climbable, and then go over here and do this long jump. Now this spinner, at first it's kind of tricky to get down, especially for this spinner wrap. So what I like to do is do the movements of S and D, and there you go, I did it, but I kind of did it wrongly, so don't do it what I did. Just try to find a consistent strategy for that jump. And then you have this spinner jump. It's kind of long, so be pretty careful of that. You have this ladder, which is kind of weird. You have this bridge, wrap, and you're on floor 2 already. However, but this ladder, whenever you flick on the very top, you sometimes don't get to the platform and you just get bounced off because there's a tiny misalignment there. So what you want to do is, here's how I deal with that. I go halfway through the ladder and then I just flick from right there. Don't flick too low into the ladder or else you won't make it when you flick up. Then you have these straightforward jumps. Approach this jump like this, going forwards. Do a head hitter up here. For this jump, go into this specific corner, and then go to this corner of this platform and treat that like a climbable long jump. And go over there, jump up here, do these jumps, do this wrap. Nothing much to say, except for this. The kill bricks on this contraption are can't collide false, so the only thing you have to focus on is getting on the platform. When you see the platform, just try to predict when it comes and then just jump to it. Kind of like a leap of faith, but it's a more accurate thing. For this jump, approach it like this, and then you're at floor 3. So for the first jump, you go over here, but then you get squeezed. So what you want to do is wait till you get squeezed out a bit, and then you want to jump up to this platform. It's kind of tricky, but it's not really tricky. Practice that jump if you need to. Then jump over here. Try not to hit your head when jumping out. Do this wrap. Go over here to this ladder. Then you want to walk over to this white wall. Then for this jump, what you want to do is walk sideways to the other platform. If you fall there, it's a GBJ. And it's inescapable, by the way. So the best thing you can do if you fall there is just to restart your run. This outside is not too bad. For this spinner, it's all about timing. So you just want to jump up to here, and then you have to jump to the other spinner like that, and then jump down here. I know I'm not as good as mediocre commentaries, or as good as any other commentary, or is that even a word? I don't even know. Let's just continue. Then you have this long jump, and then these platforms. So what you want to do is just hold W for each wobbly platform you get to, until you get to the end. Now this spinner, please practice this. This was a roadblock for me. I could barely do this, but now I'm pretty consistent at it. So, first you want to treat that like a wrap, go out and then go into the ladder. Treat that like a wrap and aim for this platform. Wrap around and then just aim for the ladder, like the way I did it. Jump over here, and then jump over here. This jump is kind of tricky. You can overshoot that jump, which isn't the best. So just practice that spinner as much as you can. Then you have these ladders, and you're basically at floor 4. You just have to do this 12 step that you can literally wall hop. And then floor 4, there's actually a skip here. So to do the skip, you want to go up to this ladder flick to over here, then ladder flick to over here, then walk across to this platform, and then head hitter. Then you want to walk around to here, and then go on this ladder and like glide to this platform, and then just jump here. So for these wedge wraps things, they're really tricky and annoying. If you get into climbing animation when you do these wraps, well, try not to get into climbing. Just slightly go forward, and then you'll go onto it with no problems. Then you want to jump to where I just jumped to. Then we have a kind of scary wrap. And we have these wraps. This head hitter is weird. Sometimes you can go inside the platform, sometimes you won't. Basically, what you want to do is go inside the head hitter, wait to be squeezed out, and then head hitter up. It's like the floor 3 thing, but a bit different. And then we have this confusing contraption. Basically, there are many routes for this route. I do the mediocre commentaries route. If you have your own route, feel free to do it. Basically, the mediocre commentaries route, you have to wait for a 2x2 platform, which was that just passed. Then you wait for that stud, and then you just go forward. Sorry if that was a poor explanation. Just try to copy what I did, and you should be fine. If you don't think that works for you, then feel free to practice that and try to find your own consistent strategy. Then go over here, walk over to here, jump up to here, but be careful because you might hit your head on that. And if you do that, you'll have to restart 4. And now at this point, you're basically at floor 5. That's a 12 stud jump, and this is a 10 stud wrap. And you just gotta love thin studs, am I right? Oh my god. Okay, there you go. Now we have floor 5. It starts with an outside section with a pretty famous contraption. Here's the contraption. At first it might seem very scary, but once you get it down, it's not even that bad. However, if it's your first time here, this will most likely be your demise. So this has a very specific route and a very tight timing. So just follow the route that I go to and try to be very early with your jumps. Because I just saw that was a very tight timing. I was really close to the wall there. Then you go over here, and then this is another scary jump. You have to align yourself without hitting the wall. So the best place is like the 5th stud of this wall. And then there you go, you just do that. Be careful on this wedge wrap, even though it's easy. And now we have a crossover of Geometry Dash and J-Toe. Wow. Imagine if those spikes were insta-kill. Now that would be impossible. Then you have these wraps. And now you're at floor 6. So floor 6 has a little bit of a spinner abomination. Yeah, as you can see. Okay. But before we get to that, we have to do a couple of hard jumps. For this jump, aim for the wedge diagonally like that, and then you'll go through smoothly. And then for this jump, just go out sideways, and then once you're out of the little corridor thing, you can go forwards and aim for the wedge. And now we have this spinner. So what I like to do, it's kind of complex, but whenever a side of a spinner passes me, I count to 3, and in the middle of counting from 2 to 3, I jump and then kind of go forward. So like this. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, that was close. E. Okay, don't do what I did. The jump to the spinner to this platform, it can be pretty tricky to execute. So I recommend practicing that part. And for the second part, what I like to do is go to this corner, get carried by the spinner, land on that gap to ladder, to be in a ladder flicking position, and then I just flick over to this platform and go to this ladder. And then you have this gap. Just try to be at the last stud, and then just go sideways to this other platform. This wrap is kind of scary. Just don't fail it, really. Then you want to land on this transparent stud, and treat this jump like a wrap because you hit your head on the black decoration of the part. And now you have the longest and hardest floor of the tower by far. So come on, dance, wrap. Oh, this is really intense. So stressed. Oh, come on, we're so close. Yes. That was a really bad joke. Also, when you get teleported, try not to walk off on accident. And now we're actually on the hardest floor. Floor 8. See that black pit over here? That's a GBJ. So you don't want to fall there, because if you fall there, you can't escape it. The only way to escape it is by laugh clipping, but the kill bricks do a lot of damage. If you want to escape it, you have to be in like a kill brick lag server or something. So starting off, we have this 9-stud wrap that you have to do on your left. We're starting off hard. Then you want to jump down to here. Then you have a no jump section, so just walk over to here. And walk. This section isn't too bad, really. And then you're out of the no jump section, and then do this wrap. And then left-sided stick out. Don't fail the half stud, please. And now you have a really long jump. Be careful to not fail there. If you fall there, that's a big rip. Then we have more of this Geometry Dash J-Toe crossover. I know that's a reference, by the way. Then you jump over to this platform. Be careful when jumping to this platform because the platform is raised by a lot, and I once failed this jump before. Then you want to jump over to here, then over here, and then... Oh! Don't do that. I'm gonna see if I can escape this. Okay, so I actually escaped it. Yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen, and now I'm actually gonna cut to where I get it to. Now that I'm back up here, don't do what I did. Instead, just wrap out to this platform instead of just... You're kidding. Oh my god. Man! Okay, let's hope I can escape it again. I escaped it again. Okay, I'm back here. I swear to God, if I fall in GBJ one more time... Now this is a jump head hitter section. As you can see, I'm jumping, but I'm hitting my head. So this is kind of tricky and scary. So for the first one, just go on the very edge and then just hold A and jump. This one, go on this corner and then hold D and jump. That was kind of scary. I thought I failed that. Then again, go to this corner, jump. Treat this like a tightrope. Go to the edge and jump. Again, go to the very edge and then jump. Jump, edge, walk across here, but don't overwalk. And then you're safe. So this spinner contraption is kind of annoying. You have to go on this 3x3 platform that I just stood on. And then you have to go on this flat surface. Then you want to drop down to over here to this hole. Then you want to go to these platforms. Over here. Treat this jump like a wrap because there's a decorative platform that you'll hit your head on if you do the jump normally. So yeah, if you do that, you have a chance of saving yourself. I hit my head on there once, but I managed to save myself. And now you have humanity's worst nightmare. Thin studs. Now, this is painful, especially for mobile, but thank the Lord this is only 3 thin studs, otherwise I would have been crying, but the thin studs are still pretty thin. Oh my god. Alright, well, for that, since I'm on mobile, what I just try to do is try to be, like, at the very center of it while also being at an angle. And also, I also not use shift lock. I don't think shift lock helps me with those specific thin studs, so yeah. And then you're basically at floor... Oh, okay, I thought I just failed that. Basically, you're at floor 9. So starting off, you have a wrap here, but you hit your head well, you have a chance of hitting your head on the platform that I'm on right now, so yeah, be careful. Then you have a long jump here. Be careful. Instead of taking that route, take this route instead. That route with the spinner is so stupid. I hate it so much. So yeah, I highly recommend you take this route. It's way easier and better. Then you want to go on this ladder, flick up to here. You skip a little bit. These wedge wraps are kind of bad. So for the first one, get like on this end of the wedge wrap that I'm currently on. Go on the very edge and then just wrap around to it. The next one is kind of long. Well, the next and last one. So yeah, be careful with that because of how long it is. This wrap is kind of bad, but not really. It's mainly because of the camera. So yeah, there you go. It's not that bad. If you fail that, you can save yourself on the platform below me, which is right there. And if you do that, you can restart 9. And then you have the spinner section. Basically, for this spinner section, you want to jump to the bottom one, do a head hitter on the top spinner, and then land on the platform that I'm on. Then you have these studs. And then for this wrap, please don't fail the 3 studs stick out. Like, out of all things, please just don't fail this. And then go up here, and then you have this long jump. And then you've won. Floor 10 is free. If you fail this, I don't even know what to say anymore. So just go over here, do this, and then you have a 12 stud. Do it from the side that I'm on, like on this stud that I'm on, because if you fall, you can save yourself at the beginning of 10. But a 12 stud is easy nonetheless because I just beat it. GG Pog. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this guide. I hope this guide helped you, and I hope you guys liked this guide. Let me know if I should do any more guides in the future, like maybe easier ones or harder ones. If you want to make, if you want me to do any guides, and you have any suggestions, don't suggest me any towers that has a moving platform, because at the moment, at the time of making this video, moving platforms are broken in JTO, which makes towers with moving platforms apparently wobbly and impossible. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. Make sure to subscribe. Well, I mean, you don't have to, but please. But anyways, yeah, I'm just gonna end the video here now. Goodbye.